History isn't a straight line, it's a web of fragile moments, each with the power to change everything. Today we'll explore 7 turning points that could have reshaped our world, from lost knowledge to empires that never fell. Let's step into the realm of what if and see how close we came to living in a very different reality. Alexandria, Egypt, once the beating heart of the ancient world, was home to a marvel unlike any other, the legendary Library of Alexandria. This was not just a building but a symbol of human curiosity and ambition, drawing scholars and thinkers from every corner of the known world. Within its grand halls, the greatest minds gathered to share ideas, debate philosophy, and push the boundaries of science. The library stood as a beacon of enlightenment, a sanctuary where knowledge was treasured above all else. But tragedy struck when flames consumed its priceless scrolls, erasing centuries of discoveries and wisdom. The loss was so profound, it plunged Europe into the Dark Ages, stalling progress for generations. Imagine if the library had survived, if those ancient blueprints and revolutionary ideas had endured. The scientific method might have flourished centuries earlier, igniting an industrial revolution in the ancient world. Picture a world where humanity reached for the stars long before our time, all because one extraordinary building was spared from destruction, a single spark that could have changed the course of history forever. In 31 BCE, the fate of the ancient world hung in the balance at the Battle of Actium. Cleopatra and Mark Antony, facing the might of Rome, suffered a crushing defeat. With their loss, Egypt was absorbed into the Roman Empire, and the dream of an independent Egyptian power faded into history. But what if the outcome had been different? Imagine if Cleopatra and Antony had triumphed. Cleopatra could have forged a vast Hellenistic Egyptian superpower, uniting East and West under her rule. The center of civilization might have shifted from Rome to Alexandria, making it the beating heart of culture, science, and politics for centuries to come. In this alternate world, Greek or Egyptian, not Latin, could have become the dominant language across Europe and the Mediterranean, shaping literature, philosophy, and daily life in ways we can only imagine. The rise of Christianity might have been stifled or delayed, as Egyptian religious traditions and Hellenistic beliefs continued to flourish, changing the spiritual landscape of the world. The world's culture, religion, and centers of power would look nothing like they do today. Our art, architecture, and even our sense of identity might have been shaped by the legacy of Cleopatra's empire, leaving us to wonder how different our world could have been. The Ides of March. Julius Caesar is assassinated, ending the Roman Republic. But if he'd survived, Caesar might have reformed Rome into a true democracy, spreading representative government across Europe. Instead of centuries of monarchy, Europe could have inherited a legacy of democracy from Rome itself. 1492. Granada falls, ending Muslim rule in Spain and closing a chapter of scientific brilliance. But if Al-Andalus had survived, Europe might have become a pluralistic, multi-faith continent, accelerating scientific progress. The Renaissance would have had a living source of knowledge, and religious wars might have been avoided. Today, mosques and cathedrals could stand side by side as a 1,000-year legacy. Columbus's 1492 voyage changed everything. But what if he'd failed? The Americas would have remained isolated, letting the Aztec, Maya, and Inca empires flourish and evolve. Later contact might have meant trade, not conquest, and a world with powerful American nations alongside Europe. The wealth and power balance of the world would be utterly different. World War II. Allied victory shaped the modern world, but what if Nazi Germany had won? Imagine a world where the swastika flew over every capital in Europe, and the ideals of freedom and democracy were crushed under the iron boot of fascism. Europe would be ruled by a brutal regime, democracy and human rights extinguished. The streets would be patrolled by soldiers enforcing a totalitarian rule, and the very essence of liberty would be a distant memory. The Holocaust would have continued, and a Nazi-American Cold War would dominate the globe. The world would be in a constant state of tension, with two superpowers on the brink of annihilation, each armed to the teeth with nuclear weapons. Scientific progress would be warped by ideology, and the freedoms we know would be unthinkable. Every discovery and innovation would be tainted by the regime's twisted beliefs, and the very notion of free thought would be a crime. It's a chilling reminder of how close we came to a world built on fear and hate. The institutions that promote peace and cooperation would be replaced by symbols of oppression, and the world would be a much darker place. What if the Western Roman Empire never fell? Europe could have remained united, advancing technology and society without interruption. An early industrial revolution, global peace, and even space colonization might have followed under a single Roman banner. The world would be more unified, but perhaps less diverse, all from one empire's survival. Each of these moments was a crossroads, one decision away from a different world. History is fragile, shaped by chance and choice, and we're still writing it today. What if moment fascinates you most? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more journeys through alternate timelines.